Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's 2022 Greyhound of the Year Awards. I'll start with some acknowledgements. Welcome especially to the member for the Upper Hunter, Mr Dave Lazell, sitting here, who today represents our Minister for Racing, the Honourable Kevin Anderson, the Honourable Robert Borzak, MLC, and his wife Cheryl, GRNSW Directors, Sandra Felly and Matt Waring, Chair of Greyhound's Australasia, Rob Vella, GWIC Chief Commissioner Albie Taylor, GWIC Commissioner Mr Chris Wheeler, GWIC CEO Steve Griffin, and GWIC Chairman of Stewards Mr Wade Birch. Jabota CEO Alan Hilsinger, who I haven't seen here yet, but I'm sure is here. Welcome to you and all of your team. Greyhounds as pets and its head, Sharon Andronicus, and all GAP and GRNSW staff here today. But most of all, to the stars of our show today, you trainers and you owners and you breeders and all of the participants in this wonderful sport. Thank you and welcome everybody. It's little more than 100 days since we last celebrated the best of the best, and I'm hopeful that these awards today will now enjoy an uncheckered passage in February of each year with no more COVID interruptions. I'm particularly pleased now, 6 months into this job, to report that in the short 3.5 months since we were last together, we've been very busy at GRNSW. We've announced and done our $4 million purchase of a new site for Greyhound excellence in racing at Dapto. It's an exciting development. It should be absolutely fantastic for a centre of excellence for all of our racing and welfare requirements in the Illawarra. We've completed our first rehomings of greyhounds into the United States, with a more detailed adoption program for greyhounds as pets in the US to be accelerated. We've put the finishing touches on the Muswellbrook track. We've just returned from a track and safety summit in Bathurst on Thursday, where industry leaders have further committed to united approaches to reducing track and racing injuries. We've partnered with Greyhound's Australasia and both the Australian Federal Police Association and the New South Wales Police Association to offer retired greyhounds as pets to their members. And we've further partnered with the AFP to train our retired athletes as PTSD dogs for their members. That has never been done before, and we are very much looking forward to it. Following the announcement of $2.1 million in additional prize money just prior to our last Gotti, through fourth prize place money and an increase in travel subsidies, we held a prize money summit in Orange, as we have promised to do. That immediately led to city prize money being offered at city prize money being trialled at one-turn tracks, and I can tell you, and I'm pleased to say, that the trial has been so successful it will certainly be continued through to the end of this financial year and perhaps beyond. We last week held a grading summit at Orange, which was attended by really very interested industry participants who give us valued feedback about what we can do better for the industry. We've continued our commitment to greyhound welfare with track upgrades, including the Hastings River Greyhounds Club track at Wauchope, including the installation of a new lure rail and modifications to the existing safety rail. We've listened to participants and organised the trial of drag lures at Richmond Straight Track to much acclaim. We've bolstered our senior management team with appointments of a new commercial director, Rachel Bessis, a new research and business development head, Stephen Radford, and a special project director, Jerry Gasparov. After just 6 months in the job, I've now visited and toured many of our clubs across New South Wales, with quite a few more to go. We've all been very busy. And what we're busy about is ensuring that we do it right, that we do race safely, and that we rehome and that we get the best possible commercial outcome that can be gotten for the industry. There is only three purposes in chasing commercial outcome, and it is all to do with the people in this room and the wider industry, and that is to race safely and to rehome, and then to pass as many of those commercial benefits as we can on in prize money to participants. That is our aim, that is our sole focus, is to make the industry better. And it all starts with safety and rehoming and commercial outcomes. As CEO of Greyhound Racing New South Wales, I believe our industry participants have the same expectations of GRNSW as you have of your greyhounds. Fast-flowing, giant strides forward from a lean and agile body. Ultimately, you expect many more wins than losses, and you hope for big wins. We should all dream big. We should all aim high. As a young kid growing up in the Hunter Valley, my mother would often tell us kids to slow down. As we raced around the paddock on push bikes, motorbikes, or billy carts, I'd hear her cry out from a distance, "Slow down, don't go so fast, be careful." It's a memory I recall as I think about the next phase of greyhound racing in New South Wales. Yes, we need to be a bit careful, but we also must be fast. There is no slowing down. I desperately want greyhound racing in New South Wales to be better than its previous best. I want it for every person in this room and for the thousands of others of participants right across New South Wales. We must keep going faster, improving the commercial business, making tracks safer, rehoming more dogs, increasing prize money, and improving the sport for all of our people and our animals. Lean, agile, and fast-paced. That's my mission for what I call GRNSW 3.0. GRNSW 3.0 is our forward-looking framework of where we want to go starting now. For context, GRNSW 1.0 can be summarised as every minute of our sport's history leading up until the shock announcement to ban greyhound racing in this state. GRNSW 2.0 was the following most recent stage of reform. Since the ban was overturned and the industry's rebirth, working in a new environment with a new regulator, GWIC, riding side saddle with us as we revived the sport under new governance and direction. If GRNSW 1.0 was the past, GRNSW 2.0 was the most recent present, then GRNSW 3.0 is the future. As you know, there are more greyhound racing clubs and tracks in New South Wales than any single combined country anywhere else in the world. So far as I'm concerned, if you win an award here today, mate, you're a world title winner. It's impressive. And we've got to lead the world in standards, on and off the track. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to congratulate in advance the winners here today. I will join you again shortly to share some of the excitement ahead, but for now, I thank you for your attendance and applaud your commitment and success. The board of GRNSW and the CEO and the management team are behind you all the way.